Hi, I'm D, and this is 1833. We're having a conversation, and we have a conversation with today
Lauren.
Hi, Lauren.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's going well.
You just asked me a question. Where these rums from? This we have Eldorados from Guyana. It's my peoples. This one actually is a Daru. Daru just came out last week, so you might not have seen that yet. This is from Thailand. The Kapali. I can't remember. It's from Belize, I think.
Okay.
Yes, from Belize.
Okay.
We've got a bit of a mix going on. What are you drinking?
I'm going to start off with the Thailand one.
Oh, okay. So the Chalong Bay, from my understanding, this is the only white spice rum out there at the moment.
Oh.
Normally the spice rum are like darker in colour, golden
Yeah.
like lime.
Yes, please.
Hands are clean.
I trust you. Environment.
Yeah, okay, so tell us, what do you do? Talk to us.
I'm a gallery assistant.
Yeah, and what does that mean? What does a gallery assistant do?
I tell you not to touch things.
That's fine.
Unless I like you, I let you touch.
I can touch. We're talking about paintings or sculptures or anything else. We're keeping this PG, we're keeping this...
Yeah, where do you go with this channel?
It just goes out there. If it sees it, sees it.
So basically, there's furniture, sculpture, armour, paintings.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I'm mainly there to secure the artwork in it, make sure you're not filming, make sure you're not touching, make sure you're not trying to open the furniture. But I'm also there to tell you about the history of the family and the history of the paintings, because that's my speciality.
Okay.
I'm a paintings girl.
What did you study to do what you do?
Art history.
Art history. See, when I think of people who do things like art history, I think of people who come from money, where what I do next doesn't matter. So
You're correct.
Okay. So you're rich?
No.
Oh, right. Right, okay. So what got you into, how did you get into art history? Why?
Question.
This is what I do. This is what I do. And the liquor helps to get the answers out.
Yeah. I was good at English, but never liked it enough to study in university.
Okay.
Very bad at mathematics, so couldn't go down that route.
Okay.
But I liked to be creative at school and at home.
Okay.
And I think
I'll come on to that in a second, actually.
Huh?
We'll come on to that in a second.
Okay. I think if we go real deep, I think it's because there's no wrong answers.
Oh.
You can't be wrong in art. So
Really?
it's kind of like, no. Because in art class, interpretation, you can't be told you're going to fail or your teacher's not going to be like that shit, because you can't do that. So maybe I was just like looking for security.
How's that a cop out?
I've been told like, you failed again, Lauren, in maths. You failed again, Lauren. So it's like maths, it's like art, it's like, yay.
Okay, so
I've done something good.
look at that. So are you artistic?
Mm-hmm.
So we're coming to the bottles in a minute, but what else do you do that's artistic or creative?
I used to do personalised carnival costumes.
Oh,
My
really?
Friend, yeah.
Oh, wow, I didn't know this. Okay. Yeah.
The friend that you forget. Like you used to work with, but now you've forgotten her. She used to do Lionel Carnival every year. So when we lived together, she used to buy like the big old feathers, but I used to customise them, so put her country's flags on them.
Okay.
Like gems, whatever, and then do matching shoes for her and stuff like that. Or trainers, whatever she wanted to wear.
So do you still do that? You don't do that anymore?
No, because she was the only one that I knew who played.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't really...
I mean, I could put you in touch with some people who'd be on it.
That would be cool.
I definitely know people
That's
who'd be on it.
That's a nice side hustle, to be honest.
I know people would definitely be on it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Lauren, so I go for a lot of rum bottles, as you guys probably guess and know. And what I normally do is just I put them in the recycling bin. But you have asked my empty bottles. So tell us what you do. What you tell me to do is empty bottles.
I use them as candle holders. It's a sexy thing to do with them. Yeah.
Do you have any handles you want to add to this? I can add this so people can reach out to you if you want some.
No, you can just give them my phone number.
Okay, fine. I'll do that then. So we want candles.
Although,
ping me. Yeah.
really, what am I selling?
I don't know you're selling them, but you do. I've seen you do have one. You showed me.
Yeah, that was like the glitter Jamaican one.
Yeah.
But that was literally just like a one-off that I done for myself. But if someone would want me to do that for them, like sure.
Send me some more pictures and I'll pop them in this part of the chat whilst we're talking. There'll be a little montage.
Can you pop it in and I'm like, ding.
Whatever you want, just send them to me and I'll put them on. Let me put my phone on silent as well, by the way. Okay, so art history, because you were good at English but not so great at maths and you did no wrong answers. Do you enjoy it?
I do.
I'm going to go deep in a minute, so let's get this high levels. Do you enjoy it?
Are you talking about my work or creating?
Your work?
Do I enjoy my work?
Yeah.
Not really.
Oh,
I
okay.
used to love it, not now, but I still like creating at home.
What parts of your job do you not like? Like, what parts of your role that you don't like? Or is it the industry, or could you work somewhere else and love it? Talk to me about it.
No, it's going to go back to what you just said about it's rich people.
Okay.
So I did not come from that society. So I just work with rich kids that are just waiting for mummy and daddy to be getting them those good network situations for them to be a creator and whatever. But working within the gallery, you can see the nepotism. There is no ethnic minorities on the second and third floor. In the second and third floor, that's where the creators are, HR, directors, all of that. The only brown people you see are the 5% legal quota they need to hire on the ground floor, like me, and in the restaurant. So that's why I don't like it. And the most people who come there are white, high class, mostly racist. Yeah, that's why I don't like it.
Is it your gallery working, or is it just the industry? You think it's the industry outright? Could you work somewhere else and feel more comfortable, feel more represented, feel more included in the conversations? Whether they're rich people or not?
I don't think so.
You don't?
No. The only place that would happen is the Black Archives in Brixton. Because that's for us.
But they don't pay.
But they don't pay. And why don't they pay? Because they're not giving money. Why are they giving money? Because they're black.
Right, okay. But I would argue that a lot of the funding for your where you work would come from other rich white folk or whatever.
Yes.
So is it down to black people to sort of put back into these things? The same way white people will put back into their things.
But why would you, if you were rich, say you're famous and rich, you come to our gallery, you see how institutionally racist it is, you see how colonial it is, are you giving your black coin to them?
No. But I'm saying, is it down to us to put our money in the Brixton archives?
Oh, yeah,
I mean.
absolutely. Yeah.
The same when the white guys are putting their work there, and we should. Is it a failing on us not put into our thing?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Fine.
But how many black celebrities know about the archives as well? Do you know what I mean? Anthony Joshua can only do so much.
Okay. I would have even gone there. I would have gone, I don't know, fucking Idris first. Everyone loves it.
Maybe we could be like #Idris.
I mean, you could, but the thing is, right, on the last time I had these conversations, I said Idris is coming like salt, he's in everything.
Yeah.
You can't go anywhere without seeing his brother's face. I don't dislike him or anything, I just think he's just a bit nuff.
I agree, I'm not a big Idris fan.
But
I kind of feel like you cheapen yourself because he does like the booking.com. And I'm just like, you're not begging someone for money like that.
Yeah, but he's getting some peas though. I'm
yeah,
sure,
that's what I'm sure I say.
Some...
But I'm like, if I was that famous, I wouldn't be doing booking.com. Beyonce's not going to do booking.com. Do you know what I mean?
What Katy Perry did...
What's Katy Perry? She does anything. She's not in the league we're talking about right now.
Wow. Oh, damn.
She's not in the league we're talking about right now.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm about to say she did Just Eat, but okay. No love.
The bottom.
No love. Oh, wow. Wowzers. Ouch. That's a block. Okay. How long you been working where you working?
This is going to sound funny, even though I hate it. 14 years this year.
14 years? It's a long freaking time.
It is.
In the same place, or just in
the same place.
So you must like it to some degree then.
No, like I like it. Like I like my team.
Okay.
But I just don't like the people who are managing us and who I need to assist daily.
Okay. Look at the camera for me. I like your glasses. I think they're nice. These are new glasses. I like the glasses. They really suit your face.
I'll hook you up with where I got them from.
Really good. Okay. Okay, so I've got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a bit raunchy, X-rated, but off topic, not so clean and awesome. Can a guy ever be too big or too small?
Yes.
To which?
To both.
To both.
Mm.
So
Weirdly, I had this discussion at work today.
Let's talk about it. Let's go for it. What was it? How did it come about, and what was the outcome?
What do you mean? What was the outcome?
You discussed it. So what?
I was discussing with a lesbian who's
Yeah.
having very hard times in the lesbian world right now. So he's
Okay.
going to go with a male because she thinks that's gonna be easier. And she's heard my stories of strugglation. So.
Okay. Okay. So.
Too big. I've experienced both. And. Yeah, where do you want me to go?
What's worse?
What's worse?
Yeah.
Oh God.
What's worse?
Well, one you're in pain, and the other one you can't feel anything.
What's worse? What is worse? What do you prefer?
Well, I don't want to be in pain.
If you met your perfect guy, it was perfect, but you had the two guys identical in every way. You know, good jobs, good looking, both match your needs, both fully compatible, both give you everything you want in a man. But one's too big, one's too small. You got to make a choice out of which one out of the two. Which one are you choosing? Did you really think about this?
Because it's like pain. Because I'm not just going to feel nothing for like...
I'm just asking the question. You tell me.
Let me be in pain in it. Sometimes pain can be pleasurable.
Okay. Too big. Okay. Fair enough. Have you ever told a guy he was too small?
No.
Would you tell a guy he was too small?
No, I just wouldn't see him again.
How would a guy ever know he was too small?
Why would he need to know that he's too small?
Why would he not know? Why would he not need to know that he's...
Surely you know when you're too small.
How do you know? If a girl never ever tells you to... No girl ever tells you girl that you're too
Because
small.
men watch porn from what? You're in your 12?
Yeah, but what does that mean? What does that do?
So you're watching all these dicks and you're like, hold on a minute.
Nah, I don't think that sort of lines up that way. I don't think it does.
So if you're, some man's walking around with a 5-incher and then he's seeing 10 inches, he's like, oh, I'm normal.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I don't think guys really think about it that much. No one's watching on Shalom on TV when looking at porn. They're really interested in what's
Or at
happening.
the urinal. And you're like...
You're not looking across. You're looking down.
But some men are though.
I can't answer that one. You're looking what your stream.
Do you know what?
Mm.
We're going to do like a colour divide. A black man wouldn't, but white. Because you know how white men are very different in behaviours. They're always grabbing each other's dicks.
Yeah,
They're
no,
always looking at
there
other
is that.
dicks. Yeah.
Okay,
So a black man would not look at another man's dick.
Probably less inclined. I'll give you less inclined.
Yes,
okay.
less inclined, yeah. So, I forgot what I was going to say.
I was asking you how the guy know if he was too small or not. And
Yeah.
you were saying he would know because he sees it. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
But I have heard that some women are like, if it's not the size, what's the saying? It's not the size
It's
of
the
the boat, it's the
motion,
motion.
emotion in the ocean.
Yeah. It wasn't for me, but...
Okay. We're up to this week. I'm not sure when this is coming out, but this next weekend is a bank holiday. What are your plans? I'll try to get us out this week.
Hopefully I'm going to try and get the sisters to throw a party. Not in honour of the king, just a reason to party.
No, this is just May bank holiday. It's not the King one. The King one's next week, I think. This is May the 1st. May
yeah,
Day.
that's May the 6th. Sorry.
That's the next weekend.
This week, coming weekend is
It's
another
May Day
one.
bank, yeah, because it's 1st of May on Monday, so May Day bank holiday.
Oh my god, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the Monday I will be working, but Saturday and Sunday I have booked off, and I plan on getting another 2.
Another 2?
Mm.
What are we gonna get and where? And
I
will you
don't
come back
know
and show us?
Where? It's going to be a quote that my dad used to say.
Who cut hair must feel. Seriously. Seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously. You're pulling my leg.
And where? I don't know. Because I'm not a big fan of tattoos, and I like them to be... And because it's something my dad used to say,
Mhm.
I don't want it to be open to everyone. Like,
Okay.
if you're close to me, then you go, oh, what have you got?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna try to on the weekend.
Possibly. If I don't get too scared.
Okay.
What are you doing?
So when my mates, I'm in that age group where a lot of my mates have started turning 40 from like the last maybe 18 months. Everyone's turning 40. So a couple of us are going up to Newcastle for a 40th birthday.
Do they live there, or is that
No,
the
we're
place
going
to
there.
party?
We're
Why are you
going
going to Newcastle?
So that was a chosen place.
Okay.
So we wanted to go to Dublin, but I think something's happened in Dublin because he said that lots of hotels are booked up and whatever. You couldn't really find anything. So it's like, fuck it, it's on Newcastle.
What about Manchester? Because I heard that's big things.
Manchester's a good vibe. I've been out in Manchester before.
Mm-hmm.
I've been out in Newcastle on a night out. It's been a while now, but I've had a good time. Last time I was in Newcastle, it was a madness.
Juicy story. Juicy story.
Last time I was in Newcastle, we was in Newcastle. We snuck into the end of a match. So we got into St James's Park, the Newcastle. We got in the like last maybe 20 minutes, and caught the end of the match. Yeah, there was one guy got caught with some. You know them stories when you go out the club and you see girls wear a whole lot of makeup and you kiss and you all over your face.
Yeah.
When the boys had that sort of situation going on. There was some situations with some guys and girls that were not the best looking girls in the world, but there's a lot of alcohol.
The 3 a.m. girls.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was back then, what? A good 15 years ago, though.
Okay.
Easily, like, yeah. That was a long time ago. So we'll
Is this
see.
boys only? Or are you taking your girls?
All boys.
Okay.
Boys only.
How did your girlfriend feel about that?
She was calm. It's what it is. It's what it is.
Alright.
It's a lads' weekend in Newcastle. We'll have a few drinks and have a bit of fun. Yeah, going up on Friday, and then I'm back in London on Sunday, and I'm going to actually, if we're coming forward to actually, I'm going to my boy is hosting an event on Sunday, some rooftop thing in Peckham.
Oh, all these like train railway journeys. Why are you putting me on them?
Because we're in London, baby.
I'm a tube rat for life.
No, there's no tube in Peckham. It's just overground.
You won't see me. Do you know how privileged you are that I got on National Rail today?
National Rail is the backbone of the country. Backbone of the country, like. Yeah, you're privileged. You're working in zone 1 and 2. You get the tube, and you know what I mean. Okay, I got a question for you. So these are a couple of silly questions. It's what's more something. So, for example, I'd ask you, what's more Jamaican?
Okay.
Bob Marley or Beanie Man?
Beanie Man.
Beanie Man's more Jamaican.
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you say that?
Because Bob Marley has been to, and everyone loves him, but he's been so globally idolised, and it's kind of what people think Jamaica is, and it's not.
It's the right answer, by the way.
Yeah.
That's the right answer, by the way. Yeah, you're absolutely right. But Beanie Man's more Jamaican.
Yeah, but Beanie represents.
Alright, I got that hard one for you. What's more English? Fish and chips or curry?
Ooh. I'm gonna curry.
Yeah, curry. I would say fish and chips.
Why?
Because if you ask somebody... Ooh, actually, it makes me doubt myself.
No, I just feel like all the drunk men after the pub go and get a curry, not fish and chips.
I would say fish and chips because people internationally think of that of England. So if you ask somebody from not from the UK, oh, what's the national dish of England? They're going to probably go fish and chips before they say curry. And that's why I'd say it's more English than curry. Curry is a bit more international. Curry you think of India and whatever.
Yeah.
So that's why I'd go there.
Okay.
But it's a good one though. Yeah. It's debatable. Good conversation about it.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, how are you feeling about this conversation so far?
Oh, it's brilliant.
You're feeling comfortable.
Yeah.
You're a bit nervous.
The rum as well.
Oh, this is good. You liking this, yeah?
Yeah.
Geelong Bay. This is so I went to.
Yeah, I need to hear all about your travels.
Okay,
actually.
so Thailand was a joke. So two things.
In a good way.
Yeah, it's in two parts of Thailand. So firstly, we booked the flights and we're supposed to go via India. I told everyone I'm going via India. I'm going to stop in New Delhi, get some rums in Delhi.
Did you do that?
Never happened.
Oh, okay.
Reason being because the agent we booked the flights with, so we were supposed to go to New Delhi, then New Delhi to Thailand, to Bangkok. But they were, because of the way the agent booked the flights, they were classed as two separate flights, not one continuous flight. So like you normally do when you have a transfer. So when I looked up Indian visas and I saw you don't need if you transfer, you don't need a visa, I thought, cool. But because it's not one continuous sort of journey, it's two separate journeys, turns out you do need a visa.
Right.
It's like a semantics in a row. So we couldn't get on a plane. So we got to Heathrow to fly out, and they were like, "Cut, you haven't got a visa." I'm like, "We're talking about we're transiting. No, you're not transiting because you're stopping. Technically, you're stopping. Blah blah blah. Wouldn't let us on the plane." So I had to book us a flight there, and as I booked us a flight, I was in Heathrow. We got the next plane to go to Bangkok via Dubai.
Okay.
So I booked us a flight. Literally in the airport, booked us a flight. Went to Dubai, then spent a day in Dubai, then went to Bangkok. So we missed a day in Bangkok. Okay, cool. In Bangkok, we do our thing. Went to Bangkok, then we went over to Phuket to Krabi back to Phuket a couple of days, and so on and so forth. Out there was lovely, apart from the food. I'm vegetarian.
Oh.
And everything out there is seafood or meat. So it was,
I didn't know that about you.
So unless in a proper restaurant,
Yeah.
it was difficult. Like if you go to like this little sort of street foodie sort of vendors, the food market sort of thing, very difficult to get something. Everything, literally pineapple rice or cashew curry. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
So it was too difficult. So yeah, that was a challenge. But oh my gosh, I'm going to say this wrong. We went to a place called, I think the restaurant was called Ginger. And we had a masaman curry. Oh my god, it was so good. It was, no.
Did you look it up so you can remake it?
No, there's no way you're making this. Nothing will be as good as this curry. This curry was amazing.
Why?
It was just cooked to perfection. I can't remember what was in it. I think it was potatoes, aubergine. And I asked them for it to be a little bit spicy. And I think that it should get extra spice, made it even. It was the best meal I ate in that 10 days we were out there. By far. I think it's the best meal I've eaten this year. It was that good. Followed by had a really good cashew curry there as well. That was tasty as well. So that was that. Did all that. Blah, blah, blah. On the way back now, so while we're there, sort out our visas so we can go via India, no problems.
Yes.
Did the visas, pay for visas, we were calm with our visas. Calm. Okay. Night before we're supposed to fly back, I get a message saying, "Oh, your flight from Bangkok to New Delhi has been delayed." So it's supposed to leave at like 8 in the morning, and it wasn't going to leave until like 1 in the afternoon now, which meant by the time we got to New Delhi, we'd have missed our connection back to London.
Ah, see, yeah.
So it was like, well, it's not good for us.
Not
Absolutely not. So we're like, we're good. What we'll do? We get to the airport and just figure out. So we get to the airport in Bangkok, and we're just trying to sort things out. So I had to get to book another flight to go back to London via Bahrain this time. So we went to Bahrain, spent like 2 or 3 hours in Bahrain maybe, and then back to London.
Right.
So in total, in flights, we spent the original set of flights there was about 2.5, and then I spent another maybe 3 and a bit on extra flights. The flight via Dubai to get out, then the flight back was about $3,000, 3.5, maybe about 3.1, 3.2. Yeah. It's what it is.
And you came back with how many rums to show you for that?
Just one rum?
Just one rum.
One rum. So yeah, I spent over $5,000 on flights. Yeah, I don't know, it's a lot of money.
But
Yeah.
how was the overall experience?
Oh, it was nice. So
And spending your actual birthday there.
So it was nice. So it had different degrees of madness. It had Bangkok, Phuket, and Krabi. Bangkok is absolute madness. It's 100 miles an hour, busy.
I can imagine, yeah.
Krabi is the extreme opposite, like really laid back, and Phuket was like a mix of the two. It was like so it was like a nice. It wasn't planned like that. It was a nice sort of. Oh, okay, we got a mixture of all the sort of vibes in Thailand. Could go again because there's things we wanted to do. There's an excursion we wanted to do. We missed. We just missed the excursion. Overslept. Missed the excursion, and I don't want to do that again. There's so many more islands to visit that we just never got a chance to because we wanted to relax a little bit. So we went to 3 different places and spent a couple of days in each. And people say, "Oh, go ahead, go ahead." If you're going to travel around for a while, it's all awareness. But you got like 10 days, 2 weeks. You want to have time to. Can't be going everywhere. So yeah, some things we didn't do. But they were saying, I think someone said to us, it's like, I don't know, I would say something like 400 islands in Thailand. Yeah. And in total I've been to Bangkok. So now I've been to Bangkok, Krabi, Phuket and Koh Lipe.
How many times have you been there? Twice?
So my last time in Thailand I went to a place called Koh Lipe. Now I heard now it's a very busy place, but when I went, nobody went to Koh Lipe.
Okay.
It's a really small island because it's like I think it's like a 2-hour boat ride from the mainland, and even from there's no airports or anything nearby. It's another good couple of hours to the airport. So it's not something that people go often. I came up from Malaysia, so I was in Kuala Lumpur, was in KL, went up to
I can't help you, imagine.
Yeah. Went to somewhere, Penang. Went from KL up to Penang. Then I took a boat to Penang. Went to Penang Island. Then up to Langkawi. Then from Langkawi to Koh Lipe.
Okay.
So it was like pop, 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 pop. Then back down again. That's how I ended up in Koh Lipe. So it was like, just sort of traveling around a little bit. And that took me like, I don't know, a week, 2 weeks to do. It's been a couple of days in each. Koh Lipe was lovely. I had a little shack. It was me, my bed, and a gecko. No hot water, no flushing toilet, just the catch water in a bucket, the flush toilet. But it was lovely. It was super. I had electricity, I had like little lights, charged my phone, little to no network. But it was nice, it was nice. It was nice. I did some diving, did some scuba diving, did some snorkeling. It was lovely. Oh mate, it was and that trip I did that trip we did we did like 3 or 4 islands on like a day trip to snorkeling and diving, so that was nice as well. So that was a nice trip. That was years. That would have been about 10 years. About 10 years ago, give or take a year or two.
Are you planning the next one for next birthday?
So last birthday I was in Cancun. This birthday, Thailand. So it's not Cancun. Last year I was in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. This year, next year, I'm not sure what I'm doing. We'll figure it out. Probably go away. I think for my 40th, I think I might do Trinidad Carnival. So I'm not quite sure how it went like. So the carnivals to the moon cycles. So it'll never be on my birthday, but be my birthday trip. So probably be before my birthday, but I'll probably do Trinidad Carnival. So it'll be an open invitation. You want to come, just come, just have a vibe, get out to Trinidad and this. I know.
Why Trinidad and not Jamaican?
Trinidad Carnival's a carnival, isn't it? There's only really 3 carnivals in the world.
Trinidad, Jamaican, and who?
No! No! Trinidad, Mardi Gras, and the Brazil Carnival. Real carnival. So those are 3 carnivals. I want to do one of those. So anyone of those 3 on my 40th is what I'll do. So. Okay. Would you Chlong Bay or?
No, let me go for that other
El Dorado.
Yeah, the El Dorado.
Cool.
My ex-flatmate had this on the shelf, just unopened, so I never touched it.
Your ex?
My ex-housemate.
Ex-housemate, okay.
Yeah.
Why didn't it want to share the El Dorado with you?
No, she collected loads of different rums whenever she travelled. So there was like a huge collection, but they were all unopened.
Why? Why do you have rums and not open them? She's rude.
I don't know.
I mean, I have...
That's good.
I think I have 3 rums at my house that are unopened.
And are you waiting to do a rum review on them?
Oh, so...
For this special occasion?
They're no special. So one, I have a Gosling's rum. And... Oh, okay. You saw that as well, right? Yeah, I have a Gosling's rum. That's limited edition. That's number 15 of 900 and something bottles.
Okay. That's wedding day.
And then I have a bottle of Bacardi, which is also special. It was bottled in like the 70s, of aged to about the 70s. It was bottled in Barbados,
Okay.
and Bacardi closed their Barbados distillery down in like the 90s. So that makes it more unique.
Okay.
And then I have a bottle of Santa Teresa, and it's the 200-year anniversary bottle. So those 3 rums are all unopened.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! And I have a bottle of Diplomatico single cast from 2005.
Okay.
The reason why I have that as an also open because my favorite bottle of rum ever was the 2000 cask, single cask, which is absolutely amazing. And I wanted to buy that bottle, and I last saw it available for £800. And I was like, okay, I might get that, the bonus, my bonus money. And I just I've not been able to get it again. But I am on a hunt for that bottle. That is the best rum I've ever had.
It should be for that price.
So so when I bought it, brand new, it was like £80.
Okay.
But because it's so rare now, it's
So what does it taste like? Why is it so fabulous?
I actually, the thing is, I have to do a review on it, but I got like a shot left. And I'm not even touching it, just sitting there, just so you can look at it sometimes. I'm not drinking, I'm just looking at it. I open it, get the box out, look at it. I was like, oh, this was a good rum. Put it back and so I got 2005. I'm hoping the 2005 will be as nice as 2000, but I'm not going to open it either. So,
okay,
we'll never know.
YOLO. Anything could happen, Damien.
So I would say of those 4 special bottles, I would say that if I got engaged or married, I would open at least one of those bottles. Which one? I'm not sure.
Okay.
But I'd open one of those bottles and yeah.
Okay. So that is on the cards then.
It's a possibility. What, getting married or opening the bottle? I may open the bottle without getting married.
Is marriage on the cards in your life?
Oh,
would you like to be married?
Oh, this is a good question. That's a good question. So, would I get married? Yes. However, caveat: I wouldn't marry for love. No. So that's the mistake.
You wouldn't marry for love.
Mm-mm.
So what are you marrying for?
I would marry for practicality before love.
That's horrible.
Love is an emotion. Emotions change. You fall out of love with people. There's people you loved when you're younger that you don't love anymore. People you absolutely hate now. You just don't like anymore. Emotions change. If you can go into something with a full understanding of what you're doing it for, a full rationalization of why you're doing it, the benefits of it, and so on and so forth, then you're more likely to make it work out and stick because you know what you're coming there for, not just because I felt some way.
So basically, you need to be in Germany where you get like a tax deduction because you're married.
The tax deduction, where you go, the tax deduction's there. You get tax. You get a marriage. You get a married person allowance here. Your estate taxes and inheritance taxes allowances go up when you're married as well. I believe you can play around with capital gains tax a little bit as well when you're married people as well. So there are practical reasons to be married, and I would take those on board 100%. And also get married to someone. If I was with someone I wanted to be with them long term, I understand that I'll probably die before they did because women generally live longer than men. Mm-hmm. So I'd also want to make sure that when you live together with somebody, and then someone dies, when you're not married, trying to deal with finances and that sort of thing becomes much more difficult. Trying to get access to bank accounts, pensions, and that sort of thing becomes more challenging. Mm-hmm. If you're married, it's much more straightforward, easier as well.
Yeah,
so I'll get married for those reasons as well.
Yeah.
Those are practical reasons I think I'd consider when I'm marrying someone. More so than the way I feel.
Okay, so you're not going to be like, get down on one knee. You're just going to be like, sweetheart, I think I'm going to be with you for forever. And I think it'd just be practical if we just got a ring on this.
So a couple of
in an advert break of a...
So a couple of things. So ideally for me,
yeah,
my ideal marriage is we go to register office. Mm-hmm. We have a car waiting outside for us. Mm-hmm. Get married, jump in a car, go and spend a month traveling on holiday.
So you're just kind of eloping, basically.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do like, get married here, get your mum, dad, whoever needs to be here, wherever. Go holiday straight off. The big long honeymoon. I'm not into spending like 20 grand on a wedding.
For one day.
For everybody to get. I don't care about everybody else. If it's about us doing something, why must no, we go do our own thing. I'd rather spend 20 grand on a honeymoon than 20 grand on a wedding. They get fatten people up and get people drunk. Call me when I call me. I'm not romantic. Whatever it is. I'm like, I'd rather spend 20 grand, then let's go to Zim, let's go South Africa, then Mozambique, let's go on safari, then go chill out in Zanzibar for a couple of weeks, and then fly back to the UK. Just do everything like bougie as crap. Rather than spend 20 grand. No, I'm not doing it. Or no, I've got Sikh friends where they're just spending 80,000, 90,000 pounds on a 4-day wedding. Not doing that. Refuse. I'll put on a 2-piece suit. I've got suits in my wardrobe. I'll buy a new tie. It's a new cufflink. You buy a nice dress. We go to the freaking register office, and literally we have a car waiting outside. Have a chauffeur waiting outside for us. I'll pay extra for that.
It's a special day off.
Yeah, exactly. Have a chauffeur waiting for us. You know, a nice car, like 7 series, whatever, limo or something is waiting for us outside. He's sitting there half an hour, tick, tick, tick. I'm getting paid. He's calm. Register office, take some photos, onto the plane. Mark for broad.
I agree with that. I just don't agree with your reasoning.
My reasoning means you're less likely to be divorced. You know what you're doing.
Well then no, because then you won't get divorced because you're like, oh, because I don't want to pay more tax.
No, but you're going to.
So I'm just going to stay with the woman because I pay less tax.
No, but you get into it. But you get into it, and every day you're in it, you know it's not because I love this person, it's because it makes sense to be with this person.
Yeah, but that's not a nice reason to be with someone.
No, but not saying you don't like that person. I'm not saying to you.
Yeah, I know.
Feelings change, you know.
Yeah, but I'm saying when 10 years later, you're like you wake up and you're like, I don't actually love this person anymore. So does that stop you getting divorced because of your?
But I never married. Yeah, but I never married you because of love.
Oh, so getting divorced will be fine because the love wasn't there.
But the point I'm trying to make is, if you get married solely based on your feelings.
Yeah.
When your feelings change, you're more likely to be divorced. But if you know why you're married, if you get married because not just feelings, you have a rationale for you're married. Your feelings may change, but the rationale stays the same.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
The thought process.
So your feeling will say you fell out of love.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
You're still gonna stay married.
Yes. I never got married for love. I got married because for us this is the practical thing that made sense for us.
So you're just gonna go to bed every night with someone.
Yeah.
That you don't want to be with.
Well, we don't. That's just different. Fall out love and not want to be with is two different things.
It's not.
And then you might fall. But who said? But it's just the same way you fell out of love, you can fall back into love. It's the emotion. Emotion change goes up and down, right? I got this theory about relationships.
Okay. Hit me.
In any one relationship, you never have the same feelings. Your feelings are 50-50.
Correct.
Somebody's always more than something. It's more like a seesaw. So if you're at 70, they're at 30, and you go in a relationship, you go that balance will go up and down throughout the relationship. So any one day you can like this, any one period of time you're doing this, but you never flat. You never 50-50. You're always at an angle.
Oh, I think there's like maybe a 2-week bit where you've both got the honeymoon period.
Well, what's fine? I'll give you that. But most time, one of you is always more loving than the other one because somebody pisses somebody off. So that's the point. So you cannot base these long-term decisions on a fleeting feeling. But if you go to a grounded foundation of why you're doing this, why this is important, then that why this is important doesn't change because your feelings change. That why this is important remains the same, remains a constant in 5 or 10 years' time. It's a more grounded foundation to what you're doing. You're less likely to make that mistakes. You've thought about it in much more detail. You're most likely to pick the wrong partners. You've thought about it in great detail. Therefore, you're less likely to have divorce and problems in the future because even though your feelings may change slightly, the rationale, the grounding is still the same.
Okay. In 20 years' time,
yes.
Let me know how that works out.
I will. I'll have 3 wives as well.
Exactly, you're just going to have side chicks everywhere.
I'm going to have a haram.
As long as your woman can have her
I'm going to have a wife in the Caribbean, one in Europe, one in Africa, one in Asia.
As long as your wife can have man there.
No, they don't need any more man. A man. I'm the man you need.
There we go.
What about you? Is marriage in the cards to you? Is that something you want to do?
It's not. I never wanted it.
Really?
But
Okay.
if the person I was with wanted to get married and I could not see myself without them, they were like my person.
Yes.
And I'm like, tell me the day and the time I'll be in the church. I'll be waiting.
Okay, so a couple of questions for you. So would you... So it's not a big deal for you?
No.
But if you wanted it, you'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
So would that mean you want a big thing or not bothered? Would you get into that? Would you get into it?
No, there would not be like 200 people.
Okay.
Because I am very... Like I told you before, I'm quite anti.
Mm-hmm.
So my circle is very tight and very small, and my family are quite small.
Okay.
So very important people would be there only. Yeah. I would start arguments amongst friends because your partner will not be coming to my wedding. If I don't know that person, you are not seeing me make the most sacred vows of my life.
So no plus ones?
No, if I don't know them on a level, then no.
Wow.
No.
No children?
I know we can have children, but...
What?
No,
Are we saying no children before no plus ones?
No, like, because the children, it's just like... I was about to call them a byproduct. No. No.
I was going to buzzkill.
I don't mind, but don't be cussing when at 11 o'clock I put the bashment on, and don't be cussing about what your children are witnessing. So if you send them home...
That's what I'm saying. The children are buzzkills. Children can go home. What happened? They'll have to go home early because the children are... Oh, put little Jane to bed. Go put time to sleep or whatever. They got a baby crying in the church and... No. Children more of a
Maybe not church, because it'll be different in it. Maybe very important people at church, and then the after party. Still no plus ones, but bring your pitney in it.
I'm not sure it's recording anymore, you know.
It says rec.
It's flashing 0 minutes. I don't know if we're still recording or not. I ain't got a clue.